Next time you get away, rent bold, rent fun, rent premium, rent the car. Sixth, don't just rent a car, rent the car.
Our go-kart was really good. Dove up the inside of Max. He tried to make a move and I never even saw him.
In karting, nothing is ever certain. In 2023, Daniel Gray, he's a man on a mission. He has just secured pole position. Really genuinely challenged the legends of the sport. Daniel Gray, cometh the hour, cometh the man.
The Hampton Downs New Zealand Racing Academy KartStars series, round one down here in Marlborough, and we have actually got some sun. I'm Regan Hall, Danny Friends, local guy. What's the weather going to do today?
Oh, I promised it would come right yesterday and it hasn't failed, has it? The sun's come out, it's nice and warm. We can see the track drying out as well, exactly what we want for some pre-finals.
Yeah, so they're currently finishing up the tuning runs for the day and we're about to get into the first of the pre-finals shortly. So we'll just go through what we've got coming up for each class. So after yesterday's heats, Vortex Mini Rock, we've got P1 Nico Thomason, he dominated all day yesterday, didn't he? He just he was on pole and drove away in every heat, didn't he? He's very quick, that boy.
Every heat, he just drove away. The kart just came in early and he delivered. He made most of his pole positions.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. P2 got Jet Randall, local lad who's come through the field doing really well. And P3 got Van Merritt. So Rotax Max Heavy. Tom Van Kam, he qualified P1, and I haven't actually seen all those races, but how did he go yesterday?
I'll tell you what, those top 3-4 karts, there was some really hard, clean battling between Van Kam, Emerson and Tahu. I expect a really good race in the pre-final. Very close, very tight.
Yeah, nice one. Good to see those boys having some close racing. And Max, Rotax Max Jr., one of our bigger fields. We've got P1, William Edmondson, P2, Tommy Hart, and P3, Charlie Jamison. Tommy Hart was actually very fast yesterday. I'm not sure how he's only on P2. He was quick, wasn't he?
I think he missed out on that qualifying, unfortunately. The kart just didn't quite come on for him early enough, but he worked really well through the field. He was definitely one to watch.
Nice. And Cadet ROK, we've got Max Gosling on P1, Sebastian Grant P2, and Rowan Liu on P3. And the Max Light, there was a bit of action in that field yesterday, wasn't there?
I'll tell you what, some of the guys coming through charging hard, but not just the guys. We've got young Layla Nicholson and Amelia Phillips. The girls putting the elbows out and showing these lads how it's done.
Yeah, there's some good action there. So we've got Ollie Workman on P1, Caleb Cross on P2. That's pretty impressive because he didn't really qualify. He had an issue with the kart, so he came through the field pretty well yesterday. You'd expect that from him. He's very fast, particularly around here. And P3 we've got Levi McMillan, and P4 we've got Zach Tucker.
Yeah, I thought Zach drove really well yesterday. It was a very quick field, and he made the most of some tight racing and taking opportunities. He's banked himself some good points.
Yeah, and he's only recently into the lights field, come up from juniors. Feels like not very long ago he was in Vortex Mini Rock, and now suddenly he's in Rotax Lights. So he's doing really well. Young lad, keep an eye on him. So that's us for today. We're about to kick into the pre-final shortly, and we'll catch you soon. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the stream.
Rotax Max juniors and seniors, 22 laps. So they're just tail enders are just going through the scrutineering. So they've done all that, so they're just getting themselves settled in, and we'll be on racing mode very shortly. But in the meantime, we'll just go through the grid draws here, guys, for the qualifying. It is the Vortex Mini Rock of 12 laps. In pole is Nico Thomason from Bar Plenty. And 2, we've got the 18 of Jet Randall from Marlborough. Row 2, grid 3 is the 9 of Merritt from Bar Plenty. And beside him, we've got the 54 of Charlie Clark from Eastern Bar Plenty. Row 3, grid 5, 77 of young Emma Gallagher from Canterbury. And beside her is the 24 of Jet O'Malley from Canterbury. Row 4, grid 7, number 7, Freddie Waller from Canterbury. And beside him is the local boy, 45, young Taylor Costello from Marlborough. Row 5, grid 9, Ivor Spence from Canterbury. Beside him is 10, Van Walker from Hamilton. Row 6, grid 11, 74 of Sam Amon as they're coming out from Taranaki. Beside him we've got the 97 of Murphy Dobson from Tokoroa. Grid 13, row 7, 93, Josh McConway from Marlborough. And in 14 is 30, Alan Alcock from Auckland as they're coming around, warming up. Row 8, grid 15 is the 38 of Kaiser Rankin from Taranaki. And 83, Tane Murdoch from Taranaki. Row 9, grid 17 is the 81 of Lawrence from Taranaki. And 16, Carter Smith from Marlborough. And row 10, grid 19, 88, young Joel Leslie from Nelson. And in 20 is 46, Sterling Crawl from Whangarei. And in grid 21, row 11 is number 50, Evie Haskett from Auckland. Now that's the grid draws for the pre-final here. And they're kindly sponsored by the Deluxe RV Group. Live life your way. We certainly did. 21 starters, no retirees or anything right through the classes. So everybody's still on board at this stage. Just got the call this time round, facing the startup. There will be a gap on 5, I've just been told, and that's 77 Young Gallagher. Right, the racing on the journey. This is the first qualifier qualifier pre-final of the day. Oh, they're all going very wide there. 7 Kart there, had to pull over to the side. I don't know what went wrong there with him though. That was Freddie Waller from Canterbury. But the leaders now are starting to work their way across the back straight for the first time today. Coming around under Liquid Action corner there. Working their way round the pit corner now. They'll head down to the far end. Down they go. All in Indian file. Bit of jostling going on, but they've sorted themselves out coming up the straight. So we go through. We've got the Thomason sitting on one. From the Bay of Plenty, he'll lead them around at the moment. Randall's in behind with Merritt. Then we go back to Clark. O'Malley's a bit further back. Then in behind O'Malley, we've got Spence from Canterbury. Eamon's further back with Thompson. Then in behind them, we've got Walker, Rankin, McConway, Alcock, Smith further back still. In behind young Smithy is Lawrence, Gallagher. Then we go back to Murdoch, Craw, Leslie, Haskett, Waller. And Costello at the back. Remember, these guys have got 12 laps, a little bit further than yesterday's 10. All starting to settle themselves down, getting themselves into rhythm now as they're coming off the sweep up. But Thomason's just doing exactly what he did yesterday. Got out there in front and set the pace. Comes across the back straight on his Pat Malone. Clark's joined in there. That's the 54 from Eastern Bay of Plenty. Work. Merritt's right in the hunt there. From the Bay of Plenty. The Bay of Plenty are showing a wee bit of form here this weekend. O'Malley and Spence, pretty close there. But your leader's coming across there with a clear, about a half back straight clear, bringing it out of the Liquid Action corner. He's got the best time, 44.322. He's just cruising up the straight here. Leads a bit forward under the NASA panel. They're all doing it. It's like a little Brown's cows. One does, the rest follow. Someone with there going up right out wide. Going to come in, slot in. Looks like the 74 there of young Amon from Taranaki. But the rest of the field are all trying to move up. The laps are running down pretty quick here now. We're down with 8 to go. But Nick Thomason, the North Island champs, doing everything right here this weekend. Travelling nicely up the straight. There he goes. A little further back here, we've got the 54 there of young Clark. Spencer's in behind with O'Malley. Randall's a bit further back, and in behind young Randall. We've got Merritt, Walker, Dobson, Amon. In behind Amon is the local boy McConway. Rankin's a further back with Smith. In behind Smithy is Alcock, Gallagher and Lawrence. We turn the page, we go to Craw, Waller, Leslie, Murdoch, Costello and Haskett. But the leader's going around the sweeper on his Pat Malone there. No change at the moment. Smithy's the only one moving the local lad at the moment. And Gallagher from Canterbury, he made a gain on that one. But here's your leader coming out of the Nichols Hill there. Yeah, young Spencer starting to make a move here from Canterbury. Just got past Clark. So it's Thomason in one, Spencer in two. Then we go back to Clark and Malley. Not much changing going on. Cross moved up one as well as Costello from Marlborough. The rest are just keeping an eye on where they are. We've got a nice little bunch of 4, 2 to 5. Still Thomason with the top time of 44.250. 44.448 there for Spence. Your top three, young Clark, 44.598. But they're all percolating around, travelling nicely here in this pre-final, which is kindly sponsored the Deluxe RV Group. Across the back straight, your leaders coming now. There's the black and white and the board going out now. Could be for the North Island champ there, young Thomason. I don't know what that's for. It's on the board. But the rest are following through now as they're coming around. Spencer's still holding two with Clark and behind him. O'Malley's a bit further back. And behind O'Malley is a young Randall. Merritt's gone back to 6. Then we're going to go back to Walker. And behind Walker is young Dobson in the 97 cart there from Tuggeroa. He's travelling nicely there in the middle of the bunch of the field with McConway, the local boy there, holding 9. Amon's in behind him. In behind Amon is Rankin. Gallagher's further back with Smithy. And behind Smithy is Alcock and Craw. Then we go back to Lawrence, Costello, Murdoch's a bit further back. And right at the back we've got Leslie and Haskett. So they've got 2 to go. They've covered these pretty quick. Thomason's still got the top time. He's slowed it down, 44.217. There's the yellow zone, so he's on his way home. Thomason there. Goes round the street on the Pat Malone. Spencer and Clark's right there. The 24 of young O'Malley. Great job there for O'Malley, sitting in that top 5. Just looking for your leader. Coming across the back straight for the last time. Round he comes down, going into the liquid action corner. Comes out of there. Whacks his way around the stand there, coming into that in there, into this tight hairpin. Coming up the straight. Pre-final goes to the North Island champ, young Nico Thomason. From the Bay of Plenty. Come home, 44.217 top time. Second home was the 9 of Ivor Spence from Canterbury, 44.448. And third one home was the... that's changed here. The leader's okay. Charlie Clark coming home in 44.598. And O'Malley comes in at 44.398. My word, that's how quick it changed there. But no doubt about you in there, guys. It was all North Island champ there, Nico Thomas from the bar, plenty. He's home in one, just confirming this on the computer. 54, Charlie Clark. From the Eastern Bar, plenty. He came in 2, 44.598. And third home was the 24 of Jet O'Malley from Canterbury. 44, it's just clicked over here. 44.398. And Randall and Merritt were home in 4 and 5. Right, that's the pre-final of the VMR, kindly sponsored by Deluxe RV Group. Right, next up, guys, we've got the Rotax Max Heavy 125cc. Pole position, we've got 9 of Tom Van Can from Tokoroa. In 2, you've got the 90 of Thomas Emerson from Canterbury. Row 2, grid 3, 48, Aaron Tahu from Auckland. Beside him, we've got the 16M of Andrew Goodsir from Marlborough. Row 3, grid 5, 28.
Good morning, folks. I'm here on the pre-final grid for our Rotax Heavies with our pole sitter, Tom Van Can. Tom, how did yesterday go for you?
Yeah, pretty well. We managed to maintain the front row here, so hopefully we've got 2 more to finish in first. Hopefully we can do that.
Expecting some more hard battles in the Heavies today?
Yeah, certainly. I expect nothing less from this field.
Excellent, thank you very much. We'll quickly shuffle over and down the grid here. These guys are getting ready to jump out. Aaron, quick recap on yesterday. Happy with how it went?
Yeah, I think we're on the money. Just made a few little tweaks and then see hopefully if we can give Tom and Thomas a good crack at the front.
Excellent. And goals for today, obviously, keep moving forward.
Yeah, keep moving forward and hopefully be at the end of the final. Hopefully come out on top for the weekend, so that'll be a bonus. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. We'll get off the grid here. We'll pass back to Brownie, our commentator here at Marlborough KartSport today, and get ready for this pre-final in the Rotax Heavies.
5 or 6 of them, so we'll take the best. Right, can hear them start it up. Now, there's some interesting races with these guys yesterday. Heat 1 and 2 were actually brilliant races to commentate. There's passing, all sorts of passing going on, and no one was taken out. It was good, clean racing yesterday. So your first row, you've got the 4 of Van Can, Tokoroa, Emerson from Canterbury, number 90, is beside him. Second row, 48, young Tahu from Auckland. Beside him, we've got the 16M of Goodsir from Marlborough. Row 3, grid 5, so your 28M of French from Nelson. The 16 of Barker from Nelson in row 6, in grid 6. Row 4, grid 7 is Holmes from Manawatu. And in 8, you've got the lad from Nelson, young Caelan McPhedray's in kart 33. Right, here we go, guys. Facing the starter, looking for the call. 16 laps of the Rotax Max Heavy. We're racing on the Jimmy go. Heading towards that sweep up. 3 wide at there. Slow. But the 4 cut there of Van Can. From Tokoroa, he'll lead them around down that far end. He'll bring them around across the back straight for the first time. There's Thomason trying to make a move, but couldn't quite complete it there because the 48 there of young Tahu. Holding 2, Emerson in 3. Then we go back to young French. Holmes is in behind him. Then we go back to Barker, Good Sir, and McFedries. Sixteen's got the black and white board. Jump the start apparently. So around they come, working their way. Down the far end they go again, but it's young Van Can bringing around nicely. Emerson's got himself into 2 on that lap there. So he jumps into 2. Toe goes back to 3, then it's go to French. Barker's in behind him. Holmes is further back with Good Sir McFedries. McFedries at the back. He's only a new guy into this class. He's just come up from the Rotax Juniors. First big major race here today in the heavy. And he's going all right at the back there too, just finding his way with it. Spoke to him this morning about it. He's a happy little fella. Round they come now, these guys coming up the straight. Van Can, Tom Emerson's only 0.10 behind Van Can in the lead. Then we go to Tahu, he's 0.69 behind. He's in 3. Then we go back to French. Barker Holmes, Good Sir McFedries. Working your way across the back straight here now. Just a couple of little gaps opening up amongst this field at the moment. All coming up the straight here. Young Chris Hogarth over there by the liquid action corner taking the photos. If you want some photos, mate, go and see the chappie over here. He took over 1,000 photos yesterday. So he's there if you want to purchase any of the photos. He's right on that corner getting some great shots there. But as he's doing that, the leader is still Van Can with Emerson right up his tube here. Nothing between them. Last time round was 0.16. Let's see what we do this time. 0.19, nothing in it. So still Van Can, Emerson, Tahu. French is further back with Barker in 5. Holmes, Good Sir, McFedries are still back there. As they head down to the far end, coming around again. Yeah, Emerson is really making Van Can from Tokoroa work for this. Because Emerson from Canterbury. Then we go back to Tahu from Auckland, French from Nelson, Barker from Nelson holding 5. Move back to the 14 there of Holmes from the Manawatu. Good Sir from Marlborough and McFedries from Nelson. They've got 10 laps to go. Keep your eye on the 90 cart there in 2. Young Emerson, he's looking for room. He was going on the outside. He backed off from there. He's absolutely 110% focused on this. He's pushing Van Can all the way. Van Can sees him there. There's a quick look back. Emerson would like to get past him now and see if we could open him up a wee bit. Gap between 2 and 3. Here we come across the back straight again. Just keep an eye on that second cart. He'll just wait for that moment and he'll slip through. Van Can, Emerson, Tahu, French, Barker, Holmes. There he goes, going right on the outside, trying to... what he's trying to do, he's trying to get in the inside. He goes there. Round he comes out of there, but back comes Van Can. He gets through. Van Can takes over the lead again. Emerson had one shot at it. He dipped. Great racing between these two. Didn't even touch as they came through either. Round they come. That shows you the intensity out there in front. Emerson's going to try and have another crack at him very shortly. You can see the pressure building up on Emerson. He's got to keep himself on the ball here. Round they come round off the sweep of these two. Goes to the inside again, round he comes. But there he goes, Van Can comes back again. And Emerson lost a bit of pace here too. So he drifts back. Now Van Can's got that gap he wanted. Now he's got to make that run home. He's got to keep the pressure on himself now. Emerson will close him up. Round they come out there. They're all bunched together. 2 to 6 now. They're all bunched up. Round they come now, working their way into that hairpin, coming up the straight here, winding the clicks up as they come through. Emerson had no one to blame except himself there because it was good driving from Van Can. He knew exactly what Emerson was going to do to him. So round they go on lap 6 now. Sorry, 6 to go. As they're working their way across the top there. There he is now. He's riding behind him. He'll set himself, get in the rhythm. Looking for that again. Van Can's been driving absolutely brilliant all weekend. Here he comes up the straight. Five to go. Still no changes here at the moment. So we'll go through the field. Van Can in 1, Emerson in 2. Just keeping an eye on Emerson there at the moment. French, Holmes, Barker, Tahu back in 6. Good Sir McFedries. That's your 8. Here we go. Emerson's right in behind him. Coming out of the good action corner. Just keeping an eye on the rest of them as they're coming around. Here they go. Past the commentary again. Number 4 and 90. I'm just watching Emerson there. He's looking for an inside run down the front straight here, but just not enough room there. Just having a wee change of tactics. I can't see what happens down that far end there, but I've got to go by the helmets. As they come around, it's still Van Can. Coming around, they'll have 3 to go. This is a great little pre-final, this one with the Rotax Max Heavy 125cc. Round they come now, once more, up the straight they come together. Is he going to have another crack at him? No, French is doing a great job there holding it in 3 with Holmes. Barker's back a little further, good Sir McFedries. Now Tahu's dropped right off it. We might have... Round they come out of there. They'll come round into this S again, then they'll come up the straight. 2 to go. Now what's Emerson going to do? He's got to put it all in the basket here now. Round they come. There goes in the inside again. Now he comes back. Van Ken, he gets through there. And I tell you what, young Emerson squeezed that gap up, but he got through it. Round they come now, working their way up. On top of the back straight. He hasn't given up that. He's trying to look well. Oh, yeah, he's won't go there as they go through past the canteen corner there. And through there. Now they've got one to go as they come round. They're on their way home. There's the yellow zone. So now Van Ken, can he hang on to this last lap? It's a pretty pressurised last lap. This one was Emerson Tuck. Going on the inside again, Emerson. Round they go, side by side now. Can he stay on there? And I tell you what, Van Ken got back in front again. So he's had quite a lot of pressure put on him. Mastered the lot so far as they come round across the back straight. Across they come now. They're working their way into the liquid action corner. Out of there they come. They're working their way round past the stands. They go now, working their way down. Round they go now. Thompson hasn't got anything there for him at the moment. Round they come. He tightens that up a wee bit now. This is going to be the run for home here. Here we go. It's going to be number 4, Tom Van Ken from the Tokoroa. He'll come home in one. Second home was the 90 of Thomas Emerson from Canterbury, and he was .08 between 1 and 2, and home in 3 was a 14 of young Patrick Holmes from the Manua 2. He was .40 behind the leader, and behind in 4 and 5 was French and Barker. But no doubt about you into there, guys. Number 4, Tom Van Ken, 41.523. Second home, 90 was young Emerson, 41.394. Third home was Holmes. And it's just clicked over, so I haven't got it there. Rightio, guys. Great race there. These guys move on to the Rotax Max Junior. 16 laps. In pole, you've got the NI there of Edmondson from Mount Wellington. And 2, you've got the 69 of Young Hart from Manua 2. Grid 3, you've got 31 of Jameson from Hamilton. And beside him, you've got the 16 of Smith from Canterbury. Row 3, grid 5, the 41 of Basilo McCall from Marlborough. And in 6, we've got the 78 of Coma from Auckland. Row 4, grid 7, Whittle from Canterbury, and number 9, Fisher from Canterbury's in 8. Row 5, grid 9, you got Lowe from Canterbury. Beside him, you've got Wilton from Southland. Row 6 and 11, Monty James from Australia. And in 12, you've got Macmillan from Hawke's Bay. Row 7, grid 13, is Hall from Manua 2. And in 14, you've got Weir from Canterbury. Row 8, grid 15 is Hodges from Southland, and at 16 is Dennison from Southland. Row 9, grid 17, you've Steele from Canterbury. Beside him is Finch from Marlborough, and the back row, you've got grid 19 is Freighter, and 20 is Harrell from Canterbury. It's the grid draws for the Rotax Max Junior. Kindly sponsored by Agravit.
I'm here with our 31, North Island champion, William Emerson, our pole sitter for the pre-final of Rotax Junior. William, how do you find this Marlborough track compares to your hometown track?
It's very different, but I'm just honoured to be here racing at the front row. I'm excited for the race and want to get over and done with.
Excellent, mate. We'll just head quickly down. These guys are rearing to go as we look further down the field here. Down in grid position 7, we've got the 38 of Magni Whittle. Magni, I see you had a bit of practice here in the last meeting. How are you finding the track compared to your local?
It's quite good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
And the racing been fast and hard in the thick of it, in the middle of the pack here?
Yeah, definitely.
Goals for this race?
Good start and move forwards.
Excellent. As we look down the field here, it's a fully packed grid at the Marlborough Car Club. We'll chuck back to Brownie now in the commentary box. He'll lead us through for this epic race as it unfolds.
start. They're starting up. Interview's done and dusted. Well done, Danny. Well, the heavies were all clear. They just had to call through from there. That's good to hear. Right, they're on a journey. Away they go. North Island champ there. He spun up coming out of the pit, so he had to go to the back of the field. So he's got to work his way right through the other carts through the field. But he's got young Hart out there in front now. You know what Hart did yesterday in the last two heats? He absolutely was honking. So there he goes again. I think this is him coming out of the corner there. Yes, it is the 69 cart there. Young Tommy Hart from the Manawatu 2. He'll make the most of this pre-final for sure. But there's a lot of laps there to be done. So just keep on the E9 cart here. There he is going through now. So leader's going to take them through the infield there. Right down the far end, there's a tight hairpin right down there. Got to keep that revs up and the motor running there pretty quickly. Across the back he comes. Young Charlie Jameson from Hamilton's holding 2. That's number 16. Travelling up here nicely now. Young Hart. So we've got Hart in 1, Jameson 2. Then we move back a little bit further. We've got the young Smith. McHale's back further with Comer and Whittle. And behind Whittle we've got young Fishers percolating around. And behind there we go low. Wilton's a bit further back with young James from Marlborough. Then we go in behind him. We've got McMillan. Young Steele's further back still. And behind Steele is Hoare, Weir and Finch. Flip the page is Edmondson, Fraser, Hodges, Dennison and Hurrell. So the North Island champ's got a wee bit of work to do here now. Plenty of carts out there in front of him. Right, the old freight train's getting around the sweep up. Hart set the pace, 40.416. 13 to go. Across the back straight they come together now, but your leader, he's got a nice break on this field. And if he can open it up, he'll really send the rest packing as he comes round now. Works his way up the straight. So it's still Hart, Jameson, Smith. Just looking for movement here. Horse moving up, so's Low. Edmondson, so your North Island teams slowly picking them up here now. Just trying to find where Edmondson is there. He's gone up to 14. He's slowly picking up off this field. But it's all Tommy Hart here now, coming through here from the Manawatu. Working his way through, has a wee adjustment going through. So does young Jameson. Smith going through with McHale. McHale's in about 4. Comer's further back. Fisher's in 6. And behind Fisher, we've got young Wilton Whittle from Canterbury. Further back through the field. Monty James from Aussies. Further back, likewise with young McMillan. Lowe's into 11. Horsford behind him. Then we go back to Edmondson picking another one off in 13. Then we go back to Steele. Finch is it behind him. Then we go back to Ware, Fraser, Dennison, Hodges and Harrell. Right, there's the black and white board coming out again for the 38 of Whittle from Canterbury. They're all working their way around there, but young Tommy Hart, 40.381. That's the 69. He's out in front there, travelling nicely there. Past the commentary they come now, all in Indian file. In single digit laps now. Jameson's not closing in on him at all at the moment. I've just been keeping an eye on the difference there. Quite a gap there between 1 and 2. I tell you what, the 16 Louis Smith. Oh yeah, they're all trying to get in there now. And I think young Smithy might have got through. We'll just check it as they come through. But it's all young Tommy Hart from the Manawatu going through now. Still charting. Jameson there with Smith. McHale. Rounding out your top 5 is Comer. While these guys are jostling at the behind young Hart, he's gaining more yardage here from the rest of the field. Certainly travelling pretty good out there, young Tommy Hart from the Manawatu. Here he comes. Up the straight he goes. Yeah, he's opened it up quite a considerable amount there now. So it's Hart, Jameson, Smith, McHale, Comer in the top 5. Behind the top 5, you've got Fisher, Wilton, Lowe, Jameson, Aussies, further back still. Young Monty. Then we go back to McMillan, Whittle, Edmondson. We'll just have a look where he is, young Edmondson. He's gone up to 12, so he's made another move. But he's struggling a wee bit there to try and get up here. Six to go. But young Tommy Hart all the way now. He's travelling nicely out there in front. He's got a nice rhythm going there. Has a quick look across. He knows where he is with it now. Gets down to that tight hairpin. Brings it around there. Looking for this back straight. Across he comes. He's about a half a back straight clear of the field. Past the stand they go. They're all watching these guys. So they'll come round, they'll have 5 to go. Young Charlie Jamieson, he's done nothing wrong there, holding 2 either. He's gone well there all day from Hamilton. Young Smithy in the 16 cart there from Canterbury. He's holding 3. Then it's McHale and Cobra in 4 and 5. That's your top 5. The rest are gone from there now. So out comes young Hart on his Pat Malone. He's working nicely, working his way down the far end. Down he goes now, looking for this tight hairpin. Brings it in through there. Running it up the straight here. So it's still Hart top 5 is Jameson, Smith, McHale and Coma. They're going to fight it out to the end here now with 4 to go. Just off the top 5 is young Fisher in 6 from Canterbury. Cross your leader comes out of the liquid action corner. Hart's team will be happy with the way he's going here at the moment. Travelling nicely. This will set him up for the final, right spot on. Round they come now, and towards the inner field they go. Just keeping an eye on Hart and Jameson there, 1 and 2, and young Hart has just opened it up a wee bit more on him. Cross he comes out of that corner, round past the stand he goes. All under control. Come round, he left, 2 to go. Up the straight. Young Hart has a look round behind him. He's just got to keep the pressure on himself now. Whips in through the inner field. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Can't do anything about it. This just young man's on fire. Round here comes once more out of the liquid action corner. Hart, Jameson, Smith, McCall, Coma, that's your 5. As we come round for the last lap, they're on the yellow zone. Round he goes now, young Hart, get round that sweep up. He's travelling nice as he comes through towards commentary, swings away, goes in the inner field. He just branches across where he sees where those 4 are. He knows he's got it all under control as he heads down the far end. Down he goes, he gets round that sweeper. He puts the pedal in the middle now as he comes across the back straight. This is the 69 there of young Tommy Hart from the Manor 2. Here he brings it around now. It comes round to the past the corner he goes now, coming into that tight hairpin. Round he comes. He's going to take out this pre-final. Number 69, young Tommy Hart, comes home in 1. And the good time there of 40.245, top time overall. Second home was your 31 there of young Charlie Jameson from Hamilton, 40.474. And third home was Louis Smith, 40.469. And Tommy's Hart sponsors was the Manor 2 and TRC Toyota. So well done to Tommy Hart, good run. The last 2 were good ones yesterday, and he just continued on today in the pre-final and whipped his 16 laps out there in style. And 4 and 5 was Coma, and Fisher got the top 5 in the end.
I'm here with our race winner for the pre-final of Rotax Junior, the 69 of Tommy Hart. Tommy, how did you find that?
It was good. I just managed to get a gap on the first couple of laps and then just put it from there.
How's the track feeling today compared to yesterday? Let everyone at home quickly know.
I think it's a bit better. It's a bit more grippy because there's a lot more karts going around, including yesterday, so I think it's good.
Excellent. Well, Tommy's definitely made hay while the sun shines, as it does here in Marlborough. We'll throw back to Brownie. He's going to get us ready for the cadets.
Four, grid 7 is the 88 of Brant from Auckland, and in grid 8 is Preston from Taranaki, and in the back row, grid 9, 94 is Flood from Marlborough, and 16 Brenady from Tokarai. Kindly sponsored by the Marlborough Motorcycles. Big thanks to them. Right, they're all set to go. Out they come for their pre-final, 12 laps. Ten starters. The North Island champ, young Max Gosling from Canterbury. He had a flawless performance yesterday. Raced well all day. Certainly got a good start on every race, so he'll be hoping for that here in this pre-final. He's got Grant beside him from Hamilton in the 99 kart. Gosling's got Lou from the Manawa 2 in kart 8 behind him, and Grabwell's behind Grant from Marlborough, number 41. So let's see what happens here, guys. Coming around to face the start up. Travelling pretty good here at the moment. Splitting, there they go. Look for the lights. This is the Cadet ROK pre-final. Away they go. All the way safely here now. Go down the far end for the first time. Settling themselves down now. They lead it, bringing them across the back straight for the first time. Across they come, out of the liquid action corner. No change there from Gosling. Exactly the same as what he did all day yesterday, leading from the start. Gosling, Lou, Grant. Gosling, Lou, Gradwell, Miller, Grant, Rat, Preston, Hart, Flood and Benedy. Got themselves all settled down now. They're getting into their rhythm. Watching across the back straight they come, all in Indian file. Here he comes through now, young Gosling with Glue behind him, Gradwell, Miller, Then we go back to Grant, Brant, Preston, Hart, Flood, and Benedict. No changes on that lap. They're just keeping an eye on one of those. Oh, who's that moving in there? Can't quite pick it up. Could be round the 4 and 5. Or 5 and 6. Watch it as they come round. Gosling's moving away from the field now. The 8 kart there of Lou. He's got to really put that pedal down now from the man or two. He's getting challenges coming in on him. That one further back, that was Grant and was making a move over the other side there before. Just picked up that big, nice flash helmet as he's coming around. Turns, swings into the inner field there. We'll just check on this, but I think Lou might have gone back to 3. Gradwell's moved up one, I think. We'll just have a look. Might not have. Lou might have got... No, here we go, guys. Yep, the 41 there, old Gradwell. He's gone into 2. Up the straight they come. So it's Gosling in 1, Gradwell in 2, Lou's in 3. Grant is putting the challenge on Lou at the moment with Miller in behind Grant. Then we go back, Brent, Hart, Preston, Flood and Benedict. Gradwell's the only mover on that lap in single digits. Out in front there, Gosling's just cruising at the moment. Comes in through that S and he'll come up the straight here. Faces the commentary box as he goes through, travelling nicely. And in behind him we've got Gradwell, little bunch there, Gradwell, Lou and Grant, very, very close. Then we get back to Miller. And behind that we've got Brent, Hart, Preston, Flood and Benedict. Just going through now. Things are very quiet out there at the moment. They're just tracking one another. They'll come round, they'll be on lap 6. Gosling's got the best time at the moment, 45.973. So he's absolutely working it nicely to right the way he wants it. Way out in front and taking command. Now here's the pressure coming on Lou now. Through he goes, the 99 there of young Grant's trying to improve. Couldn't quite do it, had to go back. Miller there, he's just sitting right on the back there of young Grant. Young Grant, he's certainly trying to get round Lou, but Lou's travelling nicely there, watching his lines. Slowly moving in behind the second kart there of Gradwell. Side by side they go, just keeping an eye there on Grant. Round they come, but my word, the man out in front there, Gosling, he's going up the hill as the others are getting around that tight hairpin. Past the, down the back straight he comes, he's a back straight plus clear. Round he comes now, young Gosling, he's working his way. Laps are starting to come down, they come round, he'll be on lap 5. Gradwell, number 41, still hanging on to that too, with Ryan in behind him and Grant Miller. Brant's further back with Hart, Preston, Flood and Benedict. We're all coming out of that nickel stop there, but Chalita's coming up the straight again. He's just doing the formalities here. Running through with 3 to go. Running up on the outside there is Young. Thank you. There's Young Gradwell, Lou Grant Miller, Brett. That's your top 6. Here's your leader coming out here again. 3 to go. No changes in the first 4 in here. They're all just peeling it lap after lap. The odd change, but not many at the moment. Here we go on lap 2. So they're running them down with 2 to go now. Looking for your leader. Here he goes past the stands, working his way. He'll head his way down to the far end. He'll get round this tight hairpin. Round here comes this North Island champion, young Max Gosling from Canterbury. Works his way up the straight. Here he puts a pedal a metre going through. He's got the yellow zone. He's on his way home. Round he goes through in the centre of the track there. Round he comes across the back straight for the last time. Wagging his way, coming out of Nichols Knob. He's got no pressure, just lifted the foot up a wee bit there. The time just dropped back a wee bit. You can't blame him. He's got the final to coming up next. So round he comes in through that... Yes, up the straight he goes. Put it together for the guide. From the North Island champ, Max Gosling from Canterbury comes home and won. Best time of 45.923. Second home would be 41 of young Harry Credwell from Marlborough. 46.415. And third home is your 8 of young Rowan Lee from the Manawatu. 46.587 with Grant Miller home in 4 and 5. Best time went to Gosling, 45.923. And that's how they cross the line, guys, in the pre-final of 12 laps. Cadet ROK, kindly sponsored by Marlborough Motorcycles. Well, next out we have the
Our go-kart was really good. Dove up the inside of Max. He tried to make a move and I never even saw him.
In karting, nothing is ever certain. In 2023, Daniel Ray, he's a man on a mission. He has just secured pole position. Could he genuinely challenge the legends of the sport? Daniel Ray, cometh the hour, cometh the man.
G'day folks, we're on the grid for the pre-final of Rotax Light. I'm with Caleb Cross, who had some rough starts yesterday further in the pack. He made the most. How does it feel starting off the front row?
Really good, but now it's important to convert this into a race win because the top three are even on points. So whoever wins this out of the top three will start the final on P1, and the final's the only race that counts. So it's important to get a good result in this race.
Excellent, mate. Best of luck for that. As we head further down the field, there's two drivers I'd like to quickly highlight. We've got the number 44 of Amelia Phillips here. She had a great day yesterday. Amelia, how do you feel the day went yesterday for you?
Good, moved forward in two of the heats and collected points along the way.
Excellent, and I see you starting on the inside row for the pre-final. What's the goal for today?
To keep moving forward and keep my momentum.
Excellent, that's a good input there from Amelia. We'll just head back further a bit down here to the 42 of Willie Exton. Willie, a bit further back than you'd like for today, but you can make the most of it in this pre-final. A few goals for yourself?
For sure, just move forwards and get a decent spot for the final, so we'll see what we can do. Bit of bad luck yesterday.
You're a bit of a local inside knowledge of the track. You've run it a few times. Do you think you're going to make the most of it on those early laps?
We'll see how the start goes, and if it goes right, well, we should make a few spots, and yeah.
Best of luck for it, mate. As you can see, guys, it's an absolutely packed grid here for the Rotax Light. They're about to fire up. We'll cross back over to Brownie, and he'll see you through the race. Awesome.
Right, this is the last pre-final. Then we move on to the finals after a wee quick 10-minute break. Right, this time round, we'll get a start. Right, we're on the journey. 16 laps ahead of these guys now as they get round the sweep up for the first time. Now they'll swing in towards the infield. It's the 9 there, a Workman, taking the lead in now as he's round. He started off pole. Gets round the corner. Coming around out of the good action corner for the first time, working their way down. Round past the stand they go. So we've got Workman showing the way with Cross and behind him with Tucker there. Cross started off in 2, so he's going to keep the pressure on Workman all the way round. Here we go, guys, coming up on the back straight. So it's Workman and Cross, Tucker, Phillips from Manawatu, McMillanson behind there. And behind McMillan, we've got Benton, Alvey, Vandy Burke's further back still. And behind Vandy Burke is young Exton, Nicholson, Jeffries, Coleman, Backhouse is further back still. We're getting through the field here now with Bell and Early down the bottom of the page. Then we go back to Steele, Weir, Scoringe and Maxwell. That's your field now as they're percolating around. Crosses 0.35 by the look of it between him and Workman. Between young Workman and Tucker and 3 is 0.85. So there's nothing much there. You can see there, all closed up nicely. Giving each other racing room as they're moving along. Just keep an eye on that 44 there of young Amelia Phillips from Manawatu. She's holding 4 at the moment. She's very demanding yesterday. Out of the protection corner they come again. No changing in the front view there. Here they come up the straight they go. They put the pressure on, coming through. So you got Workman and 1, Cross and 2. Tucker's further back with Phillips. Best time at the moment is Benton, 40.411. Phillips, Benton, McMillan, Alvey, Vandy Burke, further back still. Exton, Early, Coleman hanging in 11. And behind him is Coleman, Jeffries, Backhouse, Nicholson's further back still. Coming down this page now is still holding 15. Then we go back to Bell, Scourge and Maxwell. Looks so Weir has pulled the pin. So here we go now. The pressure comes on, but there goes young Cross taking over the lead there from Workman. Oh, that Workman's going back. That 11 cart there of Tucker moves into 2. Across the back straight they come now. A few fireworks starting to fire up there in the front 6 or 7 there. So the lead has changed. Cross has come in up the straight in 1. Then we go back to Tuckers in 2. Workman's holding 3. Oh, Phillips is getting pushed back there. Oh, she did a complete switch between 2 cards and gets that placing right back again. So that was Benton. She had that pass with, did it well. And they're coming through the past the pit area there. They're working their way. Coming in through the S, up the straight they come. So we got Cross in one, Tucker in two, Workman, Phillips, Benton, McMillan, Alvey, further back still. Coming on you outside your top five now, you got Vandenberg, Early, Exton, Jeffries. Further down the page we go. We've got Coleman, Backhouse, Nicholson, Bell, Steele, Scorange and Maxwell. Nine to go. Early's making a move there on that lap. Early's got the best time, 40.379 from Southland. Just trying to pick up whereabouts he is. He's holding 9, young Jacob Early from Southland. But they're getting themselves round that tight hairpin. They're travelling nicely, not wasting any time getting round that hairpin. They're coming straight onto the back, straight on full noise. Oh, there goes Workman's got himself back into 2. Phillips is in 4, back in 4 there again, and she's right behind Tucker. And I tell you what, behind Phillips is Benton, so Tucker's got his hands full here. And so is Phillips, because Benton's right on. He wants to get past these two if he can. But your leader's opening up the gap now as they're coming round out of the liquid action corner. It's the 66 of Cross from Canterbury. He's showing the way from his fellow club mate there, young Workman from Canterbury. In the cart 9 there, working nicely. But further back to Tucker behind him, then Phillips, Benton, McMillan, top 6. Benton's just had a wee adjustment there, coming up the front straights. They've got 6 to go. This is your final, pre-final here today at the Liquid Action Kart Raceway. Across the back straight, he comes again. I thought to myself when I saw the grid draws that young Cross will be a good contender for this. Round he comes in through the S again, up the straight he goes, leads forward into the Nezzle panel. He's got 5 to go. Just have a look, any movement going on in the field at the moment. There's not on the last lap. Through they go. Yeah, there's Scorange way back in 15. He's moved up 1. Tailenders coming around, going in the inner field. Leader coming out of liquid action corner. But still no change here. Cross, Workman, Tucker, McMillan. McMillan and Benton top 5. Well, I'm watching Tucker there on the back of Workman, 2 and 3. 22 there of young McMillan. Benton's in behind him. They come across the back straight there. No changes at the moment. Early 40.178. Still got that top time. Oh, Benton gave, I think it might have been McMillan, is it? Yeah, gave McMillan one back there. Phillips has gone back to 5, a couple of laps earlier. But here they come into the closing stages now. This is where it's pretty crucial that they try and hang on or improve. Here we go now down the far end. He comes now, he's working his way in through the... yes, he comes up the straight, he goes now. Young Cross here in the 66 card. He goes through with 2 to go. Then we go back to Workman, opening up a bit of a gap on Tucker as they're coming through now. All in Indian foul. Then we go back to McMillan in 4. Benton's in 5. Phillips is in behind her. They're in 6 from the man with 2. Rest of the field has gone from there now. So we'll concentrate on the top 5. Here we come. Up the straight. Crosses cruising nicely in there. Goes past the liquid action corner. Gets around. Deep concentration. He comes around. Down the far end he goes. Working his way in through there. Up the straight he comes. 1 to go. There's the yellow zone. He's on his way home now. So Cross is working his way through with Workman and Tucker. That's your top 3 here. What's McMillan and Benton going to do? Have they got some magical recipe there to try and get round young Tucker? Let's see what happens now. As they pull the yellow zone in now, your leader comes across the back straight. Round it comes out of the liquid action corner on his Pat Malone. He's working his way round, looking for that far end corner. Round it comes, and through the it comes up the straight he goes, 66. Young Cross, he'll take out the checker flag, he'll come home and 1. Second home was number 9, Young Workman. And third home was your 11 of Young Tucker with McMillan and Benton in 4 and 5. But no doubt about your winner, guys, 66, Young Caleb Cross from Canterbury, 40.392. Second home was your 9, also from Canterbury, Ollie Workman, 40.436. And third home was your number 11, Zach Tucker from Canterbury, 40.498 with McMillan and Benton home 4 and 5. And they're kindly sponsored by the First Lane Insurance for all your insurance needs. Right now, I believe we're having a 10-minute break, and when we come back, we're going into the finals of round 1. Of your KartStars series. Of course, our main sponsor too is the Harvest Marlborough 2026. A big thank you to them too. And all to our sponsors, guys, which are Deluxe RV Group, Marlborough Motorcycles, First Lane Insurance, High Rev, Agravate, and Martella. And also a big thank you to Marlborough Lions and Redwood Trust for the assistance they gave the club to run this event at a high standard. So thanks very much, guys. Totally appreciated. Right, we'll have a break and we'll be back in 10.
Next time you get away, rent bold, rent fun, rent premium, rent the car. Sixth, don't just rent a car, rent the car.
Our go-kart was really good. Dove up the inside of Max. He tried to make a move and I never even saw him.
In karting, nothing is ever certain. In 2023, Daniel Gray, he's a man on a mission. He has just secured pole position. Really genuinely challenged the legends of the sport. Daniel Bray, cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Racing has been my life. I started go-karts when I was 7 years old. I raced till I was 12 years old. Without karting, I wouldn't be a racing driver. It's a really, really important part of my career. The entry-level classes always have some of the best racing you'll see because the karts are quite slow, so they're just flat out all the time. Always exciting to watch those young kids.
We'll be real quick, I'll let you just walk in. And we're back here at the Marlborough KartSport. We're ready for our first final of the day, Vortex Mini Rock. Now as we come down the grid, we can see on our front row, we've got Jet Randall and Nico Thomason. Both drivers here had great pre-finals. They've really pushed hard as they've gone through the day. A great field packed out for the VMRs. They've been hard, consistent racing all weekend. We expect it to be the same as we go through to the final today. We've got a few local drivers, Taylor Costello, Josh McConway, who we look to see push through, use a little bit of track knowledge as a 25-lap race. They're going to want to make the most of it. As we head up to Brownie now, I just want to say a big thank you to all the sponsors that have made today possible at the beautiful Marlborough Kart Club track.
Rightio, here we go, guys. We are now into the finals. This is what you've been here all weekend for. I've been through the grid draws here. Now they're on their warm-up. This is the final of the VMR College, sponsored by Deluxe RV Group. Live life your way. Once more around the block, Doc. Who is going to be your winner here on round one of the New Zealand KartStars here at the Harvest Marlborough 2026, round one? Right, there's a call. This time round, when they're facing the startup. These boys have really had a great weekend. They've worked hard the whole... Here we go, guys. We're on the journey. This is the final of the VMR. Round they go for the first time. Round that sweeper now. They'll go out 2 by 2, 3 by 3 in places. Round now they'll turn in the end of the field for the first time. They get all themselves into Indian file. 1 or 2 are trying to push that bar but can't get through. Thanks, up. Across the back straight now, they'll bring them around past the stand. Stand's packed there, watching this final of the VMR as they come round and through the S for the first time. Round they come now, up the straight, put that pedal in the middle, through they go. But it's your North Island champ there, Thomason. Exactly what he's been doing all weekend out there, commanding that front place. Spencer's in behind him with O'Malley. The two Cantabrians are right there. Further back still we go into Walker. Then we got Waller in behind him. Randall's further back still. Then we move back to Dobson. Gallagher's in behind him. And then we go back to Merritt. Right behind Merritt, holding about 10 is young Amon, Costello and Conway, the two clubmates from Marlborough, right there behind him. Smith, Clark and Rankin. Then we go over to Alcock, Murdoch, Craw, Lawrence, Leslie, and right at the back of the field, coming through is young Haskett. So up the straight, the leader comes there. He leans forward under the NASA panel as he goes round. Brings him around the sweeper. Got a nice little break on the field there. On the second cart, which is young Ivor Spence from Canterbury. And through the inner field they go now. They work their way down the far end. Coming up on the back straight. All in Indian file now. Crossing it there together. Coming out of the liquid action corner there. There's your leader going past the town now. Stewart's having a good look at him. They're watching the rest of the field going past there as well. Just keeping an eye on it. Just looking for your leader. Across the back straight. Here we go, black and white for 1-8 on the card there. So and through that S they come there, young Thomason, bringing them through from the Bay of Plenty. Young Spence from Canterbury. O'Malley's right there in 3 with Walker and Waller, 4 and 5. Randall's in 6. He's just got the black and white. Then we go Gallagher's in behind him. Merritt, Dobson, Costello, Conway, Amon, Smith further back still from Marlborough. Clark and Rankin, and then we turn the page to Adcock, Craw, Murdoch, Lawrence, Leslie and Haskett. But it's all Thomason on lap 4 here as he comes past the commentary. Spencer's really putting the pressure on there with O'Malley, holding a nice 3. Then we move further back behind O'Malley. Is young Waller and Randall. Walker's dropped back 1. They'll be all in deep concentration out there now as they're getting through these laps. They've got 11 to go. Not much movement on that last lap. The same. Clark's just moved up a bit on the lap here now. Pretty quiet lap, that one. Everybody's just in concentration mode here. Still got 10 laps. So they've still got plenty of time to try and improve if they can. Your top 6 have got good gaps between them all. There's O'Malley going through here now. Number 24 going around the sweeper there. He's holding 3 at the moment. Not much passing going on at all at the moment. Everybody's concentrating. Oh, I'll say that. And there's the 46 just moved on 39, I think it was. 46 on 30. Moved up one. Tailenders coming out of the liquid action corner. Leader coming up the front straight here. He's throwing pretty nicely out there, young Nico Thomason from the Bar Plenty. He's had a great weekend's racing, and to get this would just cap it off nicely. Would give him a good foundation for the rest of the rounds. As he heads down that far end, gets round there. Everybody's just watch them as they're coming out of Nichols Knob there. Pressure coming on, 1 or 2 now. 1, 2, 4. Amalia Moller. And Randall. They're having a bit of a tussle, but a bit of air there for them. There's a 10 going through there now. That's young Walker. Got a bit of room there. But we're looking for your leader. Here he comes. Round past the stands he goes. Winding the clicks up now as he gets round past the canteen corner. He'll work his way down to the far end. Up the straight he comes there, and behind him is still Ivor Spence. O'Malley's in behind him. Back to Randall. The 7 there, Ivor, Waller and Randall. Then we go back to Walker, Gallagher, Merritt, Dobson's in 9. Then behind young Dobson, we've got McConway, Costello, all together, the club mates. Clark still in behind them. Amon Smith, Craw's made a move up there. Rankin, Wilcock, Murdoch, Lawrence. They're all really got their pedal to the metal now. They're all in deep thought. They're in concentration mode here as they come around. But your leader, he's doing it quite easily out there in front now. He goes underneath there past the starter stand. He's on lap 5. He's done 10. 11 now, sorry, so he's on single digits as he comes round. Back straight, here he comes. Cross the back straight he goes now, looking for that liquid action corner, gets round out of there. So now we've got the split between 3 and 4, well and truly now. So they're all starting ready for the run home there, but there's your leader going through now. Starting on lap 4 there with Spence still there. Mally's right there also. Then we go back to the 7 there of Waller. Waller, Randall, Walker, Gallagher. Merritt, Dobson, McConway's your top 10. Rest of it away from the action now as your leader comes out on his Pat Malone working around the stands now. Heads down to the far end, going to come round that corner. Round he comes, he puts the pedal through. Round he comes up and through the S as he comes. It's all one-way traffic here for the North Island champ, young Nico Thomason from the Bay of Plenty. He's running his own race out there with Spence and O'Malley in 2 and 3. Waller and Randall in 4 and 5. That's your 5 now. They're going to fight it out for the first 5 placings. But it's all one-way traffic for your leader. Across the back straight he goes now. Everybody's having a look as he comes out of that liquid action corner. Watch him going around there. Moving with the cart as he comes in through the S's again. Coming up into the slower traffic now. 2 to go. So going through the top 5 again, it's still Thomason, Spencer, Malley, Waller, Randall. That's your top 5. Round they go now. These top 5 have really got to be careful, especially if you've got a car behind you. Can't afford to make a blue. Tail end is going through, but here's your leader. With the NI plate there, doing it all with ease as he comes in through the S. There's the yellow zone. He's on his way home. Round they go round the sweep up. Going Phil for the last time. His day's work's nearly done. He'll head down to the far end, gets round there nicely. Passing the slow traffic there. There he goes in the inside. So Jonathan going down the... comes out of Nichols Knob there. Round he comes for the last time. Thomason gets round past the pit corner, coming in through the S's. Round he comes. Put it together for this young man. He's worked all weekend pretty hard on this. The North Island champion. Young Nico Thomason from the Bay of Plenty. He'll take out the VMR. First place. Second home, we've got number 9, Ivis Bench from Canterbury. And third home was 24, Jet O'Malley from Canterbury. And home in 4 and 5 was your 7 of Waller and Randall. But the NI, young Thomason, he come home in 43.971. From the Bay of Plenty, second home from Canterbury was number 9, Ivis Bench, 44.206. And third home also from Canterbury was your 24, Jet O'Malley, 44.214. And home and ran 4 and 5 guys in the VMR was Waller and Randall. Righto, that's the first final done and dusted today here. And we'll move on to the Rotax Max Heavy. Right, this is your Rotax Max Heavy 125cc final, 22 laps. In 1, you've got the 4 of Tom Van Can from Takaroa, and 2's your 90 of Thomas Emerson from Canterbury. In 3, we've got the 48 of Aaron Tahu from Auckland. Beside him's the 28M of Darren French from Nelson. Row 3, grid 5, 16M there of Andrew Goodsoe from Marlborough. And 6 is the 15M of Barker from Nelson. In the back row, row 4, number 7, 14, Patrick Holmes from Manawatu. And in 8 is the 33 of Kaylin McFedry from Manawatu. That's the grid rules, guys, for the final of the Rotax Max Heavies.
Just in here?
Yeah. Come over here, mate. Yeah, mate. Perfect. So, your food tabs, so you need to pay those before you go.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. I'm here with our heat, our final race winner for VMR, Nico Thompson. Nico, you started off pole. How did that feel for you?
Felt good. Yeah, the track was hooked. I was fast, so ended up with the win. Yeah.
You managed to get away fast at the start of the race, put your head down and get some consistent laps in. What does it compare to your home track, racing on a nice open track like this?
It's nice, especially compared to Tupuki, quite tight and bumpy track. This track is actually quite similar to Aussie, so
Excellent, excellent. And you'll be doing the rest of the series as you progress through the year?
Yep, I sure will.
Excellent. Well, our winner of our first heat, we have young Nico Thomason here. He's first final, sorry. He's done very well for VMR at our Hampton Downs Academy KartSport round 1. As we go to our second place finisher, we had the number 9 of Ivor Spence. Ivor, you drove up from 7th place, mate. How did you manage to pull that off?
Well, it's just at the start, find gaps, get through, and then get into an open gap and just go for it.
So you put the head down, you managed to reel in a few more. Was that the goal going into the race?
Goal was definitely to catch Nico, but just catch him at the start, but then having the tyres slide a bit at the end. Struggled to keep it straight, so yeah.
And you'll be very happy with that leading through to the rest of the series?
Yeah, very happy.
Excellent. All the best for the rest of your series, mate. That's great. If we can just grab young Jet O'Malley in here. Jet jumped into 3rd place on the podium. Jet, you started in 5th. How did you manage to come through there?
I just followed Ivor through and got to just put my head down and follow him through, and did that the whole race and just get my head down.
Excellent. And so this is one of your sort of earlier visits up to Marlborough. Are you going to do the rest of the series for the KartStars?
Yeah, hopefully I will.
Excellent. We can hear engines starting in the grid. Looks like our Rotax heavies are about to head out to the track. We'll throw back out to Brownie and watch our next final.
Right, this time round for the Rotax Max Heavy. Van Can and Emerson in the front row. Second row is your Tahu and French. Your third row is Good Sir and Barker, and Holmes and McFedry's in the back row. Good tussle between Van Can and Emerson coming up. Could throw the mix in there with Tahu. Here we go, we're on the journey. This is your final of your Rotax Max Heavy 125cc. Kindly sponsored by High Rev. Right, Tom Emerson's got the jump there now. He'll take Van Can down round the corner. That won't be worrying Van Can, it's early days yet. I see Barker's got himself into 3 there. Tahu started from the second row, and he's riding behind him. That's your first 4. So they're percolating around, they come round the sweep up. As the sun comes down on the track, putting a bit of heat into it, just at the right time. Down the far end, now they'll work their way. Across the top they go. Emerson won't mess around here. I can tell you now, he'll want to try and command this right from the start to the finish. He's opening it up a bit now from Van Can. Now Van Can's got the pressure there of young Barker, but still a long way to go yet. The 8 all heading or getting around the that hairpin. Out of there they come, out of that corner. Up the straight they come. Brown they come, they head down. Emerson's really putting the pressure on now. He's got the fastest time very early in the piece here, 41.612. Young Van Cairns is 41.791 and Barker's is 41.757. So that's your first three best times there at the moment. Tahu, is sitting in about 4 with Holmes in behind him. French Good Sir and McFedries, that's your 8. But it's all one-way traffic at the moment. Emerson's kept the pressure on right through the qualifying, the heats, and right through to the final now. And there you just see he's pulling it away there from Van Can. Still got 18, they've got plenty to go yet. There's the drone following them around the track here. Just going through up the front straight, following them through. But young Emerson's showing the way there. Emerson, Van Can still holding to, but Barker's right up his tube there. Tahu's back a little bit further from Auckland. Holmes is back a little bit further still. Then we go back to French, Good Sir, and McFedries at the back. Barker's just doing everything right there. Brings him around. Drones following these two. Van Can and Barker tracking those two all the way. Emerson's just ever so calm out there. He's just cruising along as he comes out of the good action corner there on his Pat Malone there. Further back now to Van Can and Barker together. Just a bit off the pace here on the third cart there is Van Can. But I think Van Can, I'm just looking at him, he's starting to move in a wee bit now. Big gap between 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. So it's Emerson holding 1, Van Can's in 2, Barker's in 3, Tahu 48's in 4. Then we're back to the 14 of Holmes. He's holding a 5. French in the 28 is in 6. Good Sir is in 7 and McFedries is in 8. They're bringing them round out of the liquid action corner. Emerson has a quick look behind him. He's probably wondering why Van Can hasn't put in a challenge in yet. Oh, Barker's trying to have a go at Van Can there. Got him too on, just coming out up onto the back straight. So Barker moves into 2. Van Can's back in 3. Now Van Can's got to be careful because he's got Tahu right up his tube. Round they come round the sweeper. I thought Van Can might have been more of a threat than what he is at the moment. Because Barker's starting to pull away from him here a bit. Putting a couple of lengths on him. As they head down the far end, here comes Emerson coming up towards the commentary box. 3 he goes now on the outside of the track. They're all taking the same way, running it on the outside of it. Still no changes here as we're just trying to keep a lock on here between Emerson and Barker in their times. Here he's closing in on him. Yeah, it's only a wee bit, but he's made a gain on him. So 90 Emerson's in 1, the 15 of Barker's in 2, 4 of Van Can's in 3, 48 of Tahu's in 5, and 6 we've got the 14 of Holmes, 28 we've got French there in 6, and 7's your good sir, and in 8 you got McFedries. That's how they're percolating around the track at the moment, but your leader's coming in through the S's now. Up the front straight he comes. Let's see what's happening between 1 and 2 again now as they go through. Oh, but Emerson's just opened it up a wee bit more. This is what's been happening. It's been to and froing at the moment. The young McFedries at the back of the field. He'll be gaining a lot of experience out of this. He's just a new guy on the in the class here. Brand new, first major event he's done. Only had one other practice with it. Said to me he wasn't expecting anything. Up the straight, Emerson goes again. Right, we're in single digits now. 9 to go. Now this is where the pressure comes on for those who are all pretty close together. But the man out in front's got everything totally under control here. He's opened up the gap a little bit more on Barker now. .41.524 there for the 90 of Emerson. Top time. Past the starter stand they go. This is the best show for Barker here in the weekend. Got a nice 2 there at the moment, but never know what Van Can can come up with. But the man from Canary out there in front, really doing it the easy way at the moment. Can't afford to let the cat in the door though, as he heads down the far end round that sweeper he goes. So Emerson's holding 1, still Barker in 2, Van Can in 3. Top 5's Tahu, Holmes, as they're getting into the single digit laps now. Starting to wind down for the run home. Emerson's up. Just pulling away from Barker there. It looks like it'd be impossible for Barker to close him in with about 6 laps to go. Certainly a big gap between 1 and 2. Every time he comes round, he's opening it up more. Emerson on Barker. Van Cairns not making any headway on the second card either. Those first 4 are all evenly spaced. It's just a matter of young Emerson just peeling the laps off. Come round here, 5 to go. 41.524, best time for Emerson. Round he goes, round that sweeper now, and he's Pat Malone. You can see he looks across there. Get a quick look, he knows where they are now. His mind will be ticking over here. Got to keep it running. And it's an awesome prepared kart, this one. He's been doing karts for a long time, young Thomas. Round it comes out of the liquid action corner. Heads down to roadside. Brings it around up the straight now. Winds the clicks up as it goes through. Down he goes once more past the starter stand. 4 to go. Emerson's just opening this up like a tin of old sardines there with the key. Each time it goes round, he just turns another notch on it. Here we go now into the liquid action corner. We'll track this man all the way. Oh, there's good sir, number 16 out. Right out in front of me here. As your leader comes up the straight again, he winds the clicks up going through. Yeah. Adds a bit more fuel to the fire. I'm just keeping an eye on Van Cairn though. I'm just wondering if he's going to come with a late run, but time is running really out for them all now. Emerson's had a superb weekend here. Played like a copybook here, this young man. He had a strategy and he's absolutely worked to the button. Here he comes up the straight again. He's got 2 to go. He'll be listening. He'll hear every noise coming from the motor. Be putting a bit of tension on him, especially on these last 2 laps. But there's Van Cairn. Just moved in a bit fraction there on Barker. But can Barker hang on to this because he's they'll come around. We 1 to go. Randy comes in through the past the stand there. Heads down the far end. Young Thomason got in front. Emerson got in front. And the rest has been history. There's a yellow zone. He's on his way home now. His day's work's nearly done. Comes round off the sweeper on his Pat Malone. Swings away now. He goes in the inner field. Barker's still hanging on to the 2 with Van Cannon behind him. Further back still, we've got young Tahu and Holmes. They're out of the picture altogether now. It's one-way traffic now for young Emerson. Coming across the back straight. Cross he comes there. He winds and clicks up. Brings it in round out of the liquid action corner. Round the corner he comes past the stand now. He's just heading down through the roadside hairpin. Down he goes now. He's just getting round it now. Looks across and through the... yes, he comes up the straight. Put it together the 90 of young... Thomas Emerson from Canterbury, kindly sponsored by Panto Racing Karts, New Zealand, and Emerson Racing Engines. He comes home in 1. Best time of 41.524. Second home, which is 15 of Barker from Nelson, 41.624. And third home was number 4, Tom Van Can, 41.780 from Tokarai. He was home in 3 with Tahu, Holmes, French, McKendry's crossing the line behind. So congratulations to the Rotax Max Heavy. Absolutely brilliant show all weekend. Some good hard racing there right to the end. And the O'Connor's brought to us by High Rev for all your motorsport needs. A big thanks to Kev and Frenchie for their support and help in running this class. Right, move on to the
interview over here, and then he's going to take him.
I'm here with our final race winner for our Rotax Heavy here at round one of the Hampton Downs Academy KartStars. Thomas, you started off too. You made it all happen.
Yeah, I knew I had good pace, so it was just a matter of hopefully getting to the front early and being able to gap the field, which we won the start and never looked back really. So pretty much ideal. And I mean, the kart's been pretty hooked up all weekend, been stoked with it, and I knew that we probably had the pace from the first dry heat, so yeah, it played out pretty much to plan.
That's exactly what we want to hear. So you were expecting a little bit more of a challenge in those first few laps, but obviously able to gap away.
Yeah, I thought if I didn't win the start, because the pre-final I knew I had a lot more in a lot of places, but couldn't risk a crash or a penalty or anything starting off the back in the final, so yeah, just had to be very, very careful. And yeah, obviously we won the start, so then didn't become an issue in the final, having to take any risky pass. So yeah, it's a nice way to do it.
Exactly how we want to do it. Hey, best of luck for the rest of the series. Good work.
Yeah, thank you.
That's perfect. As we look now to our second place getter for our Rotax Heavy final, we have the 15er Kevin Barker. Kevin, you did it the hard way, coming from 6th.
Yeah, when you qualify down the back, it makes your weekend pretty tough. So challenging from back there, and I haven't had very good starts, and finally got away that one.
Looks like the kart came on a lot better for yourself today. Any key changes or anything like that you want to divulge to the public?
I just went back to standard, to be honest, and that's where it all happened. So yeah, hooked up, but yeah, Tom got away at the start and we just couldn't hook on, and yeah, well done to him. He did a good job.
Congratulations on the second place, Kevin. Hopefully the rest of the season goes well for you.
Well done. Cheers, team.
As we look quickly to our third place getter here, we have Tom Van Can. Tom, unfortunately starting off that pole position, it didn't quite work out for you in this one, Tom. Quick run down on that for us. What happened in those opening laps there?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, in the dry we haven't quite had the pace. We kind of just, all the other heats in the pre-final, we just hung on and managed to get the win in a few of them. But this one obviously a bit longer. Promised us that we'd give me the start, and then he just kind of ran away from there, and I was just trying to hang on, basically, hang on for dear life, see if I can learn anything behind them. And I said at the beginning of the weekend I'd be happy if I finished on the podium, and we did, so I've got to be happy.
If we're ticking off goals at the start of the series, that's what we want to hear. You'll be doing the rest of the series?
Yeah, I miss a round because I go to Australia, but the rest of them I should be there.
Excellent. All the best, mate. That's excellent. Thank you very much for coming down to Marlborough. As we can hear now, folks, the karts are head out onto track. We've got another heat final coming out, another final coming out for us today. It looks like it's the Rotax Juniors. This will be a busy race. We'll throw back to Brownie. Here's our commentator. We're ready to roll.
Getting through these finals, we had 5. This is the third final. Now your front row is Hart and Jameson. Second row, Smith and Edmondson. McHale and Comer in the third row. The fourth row is Fisher and Lowe. Go back to the next row, in the fifth row is Whittle and Monty Jameson from Marlborough. Row 6 is Wilton and McMillan. Row 7 you've got Hoare and Weir. Further back we've got Finch and Steele in row 8. Row 9 is Jennison and Hodges. In the back row, Freighter and Harrell. Getting the thumbs up there from the steward. He's happy with them. Going at nice speed. The pressure will be building up in these young ones' minds. I'm expecting Hart to really get a flyer here. He's holding pole. Jamison from Hamilton, 31, on the outside of him. Smith and Edmondson in the second row. There could be a bit of shunting here. We'll just have a look. Now they're building it up. You can hear them coming up here. We're racing. This is your Rotax Max Junior College, sponsored by Agrivoid. As they go round the sweep up. Oh, they go there. Oh, he just held that one nicely. He went into a drift. That looked like Steele there, the 21 kart there of Steele. He went sideways there from Canterbury, but held it nicely as the rest of the field come out of the liquid action corner. Exactly what I thought with their young Hart. From the man or two, absolute flyer. Here he comes up the straight. So we've got Hart in 1. Jameson in 2, Smith in 3, McHale's in 4. Edmondson's in 5, then we go back to Lowe. Comer, Fisher from Canterbury's back in about 7. Comer's 7, Fisher's 8, Wilton's 9. And behind Wilton we've got Whittle further back with McMillan, Hoare, Weir. Dennison's further back still. Further back there we've got Hodges has returned the page. Then we go back to Finch, Harrell, Freighter, Steele and Monty Jameson. That was Monty Jameson at the back. As they all come through an Indian file here. Monty James was 34 was the number that we saw. Oh, big nudge there from the back there, back cart. Who was that in front of him? That was young Steele in front of him. Round they come. There's the 49. Black and white out for 49 here. That's young Finch. Round they go in the inner field. They're travelling nice as they get round that tight hairpin. Leaders coming across. Just watching that kart, 41, been doing a bit of nudging there, McCall from Aussie. Just giving him a bit of nudge now and again. Young Hart, he just has a quick look. He knows he's got everything under control here. Travelling nice out there as we're on the light board now. They've got 18 to go. Long way to go yet. So Hart's travelling nicely out there in front, setting a good hot pace. Jameson from Hamilton, 40.828. But Hart's got the top time, 40.379, just turned it over. As the sun goes in behind the clouds, takes a bit of heat out of the track. But they're all in Indian file at the moment. Movement coming through from the back of the field. Coma move up into 7. Steele's gone to 18, and Jameson, young Monty's moved up second to last. Watching them coming around there. The back of the field there. They're working hard, these guys, trying to get through. Oh, there's a tussle going on there. Let's see. Oh, he missed out on that too. That's between the 31 of Jameson and the 26 of Lowe. Across they come. Watch 2 and 3 here. And same with 4 and 5. Very close. Four and 5, that's between Smith and McCall. But there's, I tell you what, your North Island champ's really flying under the radar. He's moved up into 6 now. So he's travelling nicely there. He started off from 4, drifted back, and now he's trying to improve. Another 4 laps and they'll be halfway there. There's young Tommy Hart going through now. Oh, bit of changes coming on here now. We've got Hart in 1, Lowe's in 2. Then we move back to young Jameson. McHale's up there in 4, just moved up. Smith's in behind him. Then we go back to Edmondson, moving up into 6. Comer's back further still with Fisher, Wilton. Whittle from Canterbury's further back still. McMillan, Weir, Horde, Dennison, Finch. Jameson, Harrell. Steele, Hodges and Frater. That's your field now as they're percolating around, but my word, things are starting to warm up here a wee bit. Young Smith's holding 3, but he's got a good bunch of 5 behind him. They're all trying to attack him here. Jameson, Edmondson, and I think it might have been young Coma, McHale, all there trying to move up on a couple of placings if they can. But out in front is the man from the Manor 2. Young Tommy Hart, absolutely moving nicely out there. Going through the inner field. Young Fletcher Lowe from Canterbury East moving away in that second spot now. He's on the chase. Got a big job ahead of him, bro. On lap 12. Lap 10, 12 to go. Sorry. Way adjustment there by Hart. Still nothing happening here at the moment. Movement's changed here, but we've got Fisher moving up on Edmondson there. Further back still, it's Wilton, Whittle, McMillan, Weir, Hall, Finch and Dennison. Monty Jameson's making a bit of a headway, but not much. Harold still, Hodges and Fraser at the back. Next time round they'll be in single digits. Ten laps to go. But it's all one-way traffic there with a 69 there of young Tommy Hart. From the Manoa 2 there, best time of 40.331. Lowson 2, 40.409. And your third coming through is Young Smithy, 40.723. That's how they're percolating around the first three. Now we're in the single digits now as they're heading around. The sun's coming out again now, putting that heat back into the track. He's travelling nicely, stays clear of the ripples, young Hart does. These boys have really put a big effort in this weekend. Low from Canterbury, still holding that 2. So there's 69 Hearts in 1, 26 Lows in 2. Just going through the field here now, 16 Smiths in 3. Jameson's in 4, Yachin Charlie holding in 5. There's young Basilo Mikhail. Comer's back in 6. In 7, we've got Fisher, Edmondson's in 8, Wilson's in 9. Your top 10 is Young Whittle. That's the field now as they're percolating around. Rest of the field now will be struggling to get anywhere near them now as they're percolating around. A lot of gaps in there. The odd movement happening, but very little at the moment as Hart takes them down the far road end there. Brings it in around the S. Here he goes. He gets into that tight hairpin. Brings it out up the straight. Still 40.331. Best time for Hart. .31 there of young Charlie Jameson. He's drifted back into about 4, I think it is. Yeah, he's in 4. He was in 2 at one stage, but he's trying to move, but he can't. Just watch that blue cart coming out of here. That's the 41 there of Mikhail. Right behind Mikhail, giving him a wee one. There was young Comer in the 78 cart. He's holding 6. Everybody's trying to look either side, trying to get past some of these slow traffic we can. Oh, 76 there, made a nice, 78 was it? That was 76, made a nice move there. That was McMillan. So he moved up 1. They're coming down into the lower stages of the laps now. Got 4 to go. Still the best timers goes to Hart, 40.331. He certainly put the acid on these guys here today. Had a good pre-final and sealing it off with this final. Round he comes now, up onto the back straight he goes. Just a matter of running the laps. He's complete back straight, clear of the field. Oh, look at this bunch of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Look, here we go, guys. That was the placings. Here we go, coming around the corner, coming down to the far end. Up the straight they come. That's 16 bringing them through there. Young Smithy from Canterbury bringing them around. Anything could happen in that bunch there. This is a big bunch here. What's going to happen here as we come out of the liquid action corner? All in Indian file. We'll say that's 31 there of young Jameson from Hamilton's got in the front there of him. So he's made a move. 2 to go. Here's this bunch again. They'll swing away. Nothing's happening there. Looking for our leader. We'll try and track him down. There he is, just going around, heading down to the far end. Coming around the corner now, getting into the slow traffic as he comes up the straight. He winds it up as he goes through. He's on his last lap. He's on his way home. His work's nearly done and dusted. Comes round off the sweeper now. Works his way. Looking at the slow carts in front. He doesn't want to get caught up there. Wants to get past them if he can. All on the last step as they go round the sweeper. Round they go, this bunch in the middle there. Your leader's coming around out of liquid action corner now. Slow traffic's in front of him. They're coming around the corner, heading down the far end. There's the blue lights flashing there. They'll work their way as they come round into the S's. Out of there they come. Put it together for the 69 there of young Tommy Hart from Benwood 2. He comes home and 1 in the good time there of 40.331. Second home was the 26 here of young Fletcher Lowe from Canterbury, 40.409. And third home is 16 Louis Smith from Canterbury, 40.723. And home in 4 and 5 we have McHale and Jameson coming home in 4 and 5. Not about your winner there, guys. 69 young Tommy Hart from the Manawatu. Great display of racing there from him. Brought home the bacon, 40.331. Great time there for him. And in second place here, we had the 26 of young Steele from Canterbury, and in behind him in 3 was the 16 of young Louis Smith from Canterbury. And Tommy Hart sponsors from Manawatu, the Manawatu and TRC Toyota.
time you get away. Rent bold. Rent fun. Rent premium. Rent the car. Sixth. Don't just rent a car. Rent the car.
Hampton Downs Racing Academy, Tommy Hart. Tommy, how did that start go for you?
It was good. I just first couple of laps just managed to give myself a decent gap and then just kept chipping away.
You've had a very competitive weekend all weekend and been starting out the front. How much easier was it starting on that inside line into one?
It's definitely a lot easier. Then you don't have to try and come over and get into the inside road, but it was a good start. So, yeah.
And it's a great start for yourself for the season. Will you be competing throughout the season in the series?
I hope so. I think, we just had a good start to the series, so hopefully we can keep going.
Excellent. Best of luck for the rest of the season, mate. You did very well. I've got our second place getter here, young Fletcher Lowe. Fletcher, congratulations, mate. What a drive. You came through from 8th for the start there. How did you manage to get through those first few laps, pick up positions like that?
Just seen in spots, so I just went for it, and wasn't expecting to get up there.
And did you have the kart set up that you'd come on a bit earlier, try to take advantage of that fighting ahead of you?
Yeah.
Or was it more of a case of be patient?
Yeah, it was more early on to get away from all the carnage and stuff like that,
Excellent. And you were up here last weekend having a practice. Did that pay dividends for this weekend, you think?
Yeah, definitely did. It helped a lot, by my result and stuff,
Excellent. All the best for the rest of the series, mate. Fingers crossed we get to see you on the podium again. We've got our third place getter here, young Lewis Smith. He managed to sneak in on third. Mate, I just want to talk to you about that last lap battle there. How intense was that for you as a driver?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I felt the pressure, definitely.
You're swapping positions into one, swapping positions at the hairpin, coming onto the straight. Did you feel like you were going to get there, or you really weren't too sure?
I thought I was going to get there because I had the advantage of being behind someone in the draft, and just...
And on a big track like this, how important is it to be in that
Rock,
draft on these big long straights?
Really important. If you're not in the draft, you're not catching up to anyone here, so I'm pretty happy.
Excellent. You're doing the rest of the series, I hope?
Yeah, I am.
Excellent. Fingers crossed to go well, mate. Congratulations. As you can hear, folks, our cadets are starting up. This is our youngest age group competing here at the first round of our Hampton Down Stars for a Marlborough race series. We'll cross back to Brownie now. He'll give you the call. We'll enjoy another great race.
From the 4, the 78 of Preston from Taranaki, and beside the 53 of Hart from Nelson. Row 5, back row, 94 Flood from Marlborough, and the 16 of Bernadette from Tokoroa. That's the field, guys. Kindly sponsored by Marlborough Motorcycles. This is their final of 16 laps. Should get a start next time round. All the mums and the dads at the fence here, even grandmas and granddads at the fence, looking at their grandsons and that, and daughters in the carts. Here we go. Final of the Cadet ROK. Kindly sponsored by Marlborough Motorcycles. Right, they turn in here. Looking at the stewards now, they'll split, go both sides of the tram lines. They're speeding up a wee bit. Here we go. This is the final of the Cadet ROK. We're on the journey. We'll head round the sweeper. All been good round coming around there today. Know the story. Can't be one on the first corner as they head in field. Come across the back straight for the first time. Gosling's out there in front. But he's got Grant right behind him there. And I think it might be... It's not Lou. Lou's further back still. We'll just pick it up. It could be Grabwell. Just have a look. It's the 41 there of Grabwell. All right, he's gone into 3. Miller, Lou, Preston, Brett, Hart, Flood and Bernadette. All travelling nicely across the back straight. Gosling and Grant are together there, coming out. Nothing between them. Not even a quarter of a cart. So Grant's going to track him as long as he can. This boy has really put a show on today in the Cadet ROKs. And yesterday, been great all weekend. There they go in there in the field. Just pulled away from him now. Put a couple of 3 links on him. So young Gosling trying to open it up now to run the race the way he wants it. And he comes out of there. Young Sebastian Grant in the 99 car from Hamilton. Holding a nice 2. Your 41 of Grabwell. He's holding 3 with Miller. Lou's further back in 5. Preston, Brett, Hart, Flood and Bernadette. Oh, someone had to back off there. We'll just keep an eye on, see who that is. Your first 4 along the back straight. Young Hart can't find a way through at the back there. He's holding 8. He wants to improve on that. He's got Brent in front of him. And the 88 cart there. And in front of Brent is the young Preston in the 78. Flood's a bit further back with Bernadette right at the back there in the 16 cart. That's all on my track for your North Island champ at the moment. Got clear air in front of him there as he heads round. Heads towards the roadside hairpin round there nicely. Just quietly rides the ripples. Lines himself up at the front straight. So we've got Gosling in 1, Grants in 2. Then we go back to Grabwell in 3. Miller's holding 4. We go back to Lou's in 5. Preston's in 6, Brent is in 7, then we go back to Hart, Flood and Bernadette. Well, Hart's going in the inside there, but he had to back off, no room. Just watching these 4 coming up the straight now. Hart just hasn't got the speed there at the moment. Here they go in the inner field. Just keep an eye on him as your leader's coming across the back straight on his pack. Malone. He's got Grant still in behind him. There we go, further back to Grabwell, Miller, Lou, Preston, Brent, Hart, Flood and Bernadette. Round they go, this bunch there. We're seeing who's that coming round. Right round on the outside and got into a slot there. Look, it was the 78 there of young Preston. Went round Ryan Lou by the look of it. Check on that as they come round. But there's your 1 and 2 going past the pit corner there. Leaders going through. We're just keeping an eye on this bunch coming in through the front straight now. This is where the change came in. There's the 78 there of Preston. Preston, Brent, Hart, Flood and Bernadette. Righto, your leader now starting to open up a little bit more now. So young Max Gosling, the North Island champ, he's absolutely moving now. He's coming into single digits here. He's got 8 to go. .46 185 there by Gosling. So North Island champ Gosling's in 1, 99 Grants in 2. 41 Grabbles in 3, 8 Lou is in 4, 5 have got Miller 33, and 6 is the 88 of Brent, 7 you got the 78 of Preston, and 8 you got the 23 of Hart, and 9 is Flood, 94 is Flood, and your 16 of Bernadette is in 10. Six to go. Gosling still holding that top time, 46 185. Now, Hart's been putting pressure eyes on these guys for a long time now. He really want to try and see if he can get past both of them if he can. He heads down the far end, getting round that tight hairpin, gets round there, working his way across the back straight. Across he comes now. Still hanging on to that position though. Preston and Hart just can't get past Brent here. Up the straight these 4 come. Bernadette just going through now. Leader Kip going round past the pit corner, heading down to the roadside. Hairpin gets round there. Looks across the other way there. He sees the guys. He knows everything's going tickety-boo. As he gets closer to the 1 to go bit, he'll be listening for any silly noises and everything like that happening. Here it comes round here. You have 3 to go. Second cut, young Sebastian Grant still holding that 2 nicely. Gradwell can't do anything about it now. Laps are running out. Same applies to Lou. Just can't pick up that gap between him and the 41 cart there of Gradwell. Here he comes with 2 to go. Young Gosling from Canterbury. Done an excellent job all weekend. Round he goes now. He swings in the inner field. Across the top. Nothing in his way whatsoever. He just got to run these last couple of laps down. Bernardi going through there. Out goes the yellow zone. He's on his way home now. He'll be quite a happy little chappy inside there as he comes round the sweeper. He works his way round, swings away, heads in the inner field. Likewise with Grant, holding a nice 2 there as they head down to the far end, but round young Gosling goes on his Pat Malone now. Working his way up and towards the back straight. Across he comes. Travelling nicely. Out of the liquid action corner he goes. Heads down to the far end. Round he goes into that tight hairpin. Out of there. Put it together for him, guys. North Island chap Max Gosling from Canterbury comes home and won 46-170. Second home was 99. Young Grant from Hamilton, 46-362. And third home was a 41, young Harry Gradwell from Marlborough. He come home in 46-478. And Lou and Miller were home in 4 and 5. So you went up, Max Gosling, the North Island champ from Canterbury, sponsored by DCR Stadium Cars and Provident Insurance. Well done to him. A great weekend for that young man. And also congratulations to young Sebastian Grant. Done a great job there, getting into 2 and protecting that, and moved away from the rest of the field. And likewise with Gradwell, well done to him too. But to all the cadets, well done guys, great weekend, great racing.
Right guys, come on inside. Let's show you what you're getting into. That's going to be an awesome one for you, eh? Let's come down and we'll meet the team.
We're on the Rotax Max light, the last final 22 laps.
The purest racing you'll ever do is in a go-kart. It's really, really fast, so it gives you a slightly different buzz to drive a race car.
Our go-kart was really good. Dove up the inside of Max. He tried to make a move and I never even saw him.
In karting, nothing is ever certain. In 2023, Daniel Ray, he's a man on a mission. He has just secured pole position. Really genuinely challenged the legends of the sport. Daniel Ray, cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Racing has been my life. I started go-karts when I was 7 years old. I raced till I was 12 years old. Without karting, I wouldn't be a racing driver. It's a really, really important part of my career. The entry-level classes always have some of the best racing you'll see because the karts are quite slow, so they're just flat out all the time. Always exciting to watch those young kids. Racing has been my life.
I'm here with our winner of our cadet final, young Max Gosling. Max, how did that feel, mate? That was awesome.
Really good. The first few laps, the track felt a bit sticky. I could tell it was getting worse and worse. So I kept getting my head down and made sure that no one was catching up to me. And I kept hitting my marks and everything like that. And I'm really glad I managed to pull that off.
You drove so well all weekend there, Max. Tell me, what was your favourite thing about the Marlborough track this weekend?
Probably the hills and everything. It's really cool. I've never really raced at these tracks with hills and everything, and it was really cool.
And are you going to do the rest of the series?
Yeah.
Excellent. Our race winner for our finals here, we have young Max Gosling. You've done a very good job. I'll grab the second place getter now, young Sebastian Grant. Started on third place, managed to come in with second here. Young Seb, how was that, mate? Was that a fast race?
Yep, pretty fast.
Was it pretty hot out there for you?
Yeah, it's pretty sweaty.
And what was your favourite part of racing on the Marlborough track this weekend?
Probably all the good battles, really fun, just mostly everything.
Biggest things come off with a smile on the face at the end of the race day. Are you going to do the rest of the series?
Yeah, I think I will, yeah.
Excellent, matey. Best of luck for the rest of the series. We'll grab our third place getter now. I believe it's the number 41. Sorry, guys, I'm just finding on my paper here. Young Harry Gradwell. What? Harry, jump on in. Mate, give me a high five. You drove like a champion. How was that?
Fun.
Was it very busy? You started in the mix and you managed to push through well. Did you see some opportunities that you dove under or any memorable moments in the race for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. You managed to make the most of it. Do you get to do the rest of the series?
Yes.
Awesome. That's a lot of travel around the North Island. Our third place getter for our cadets here, we have young Harry Gradwell. We've got currently lining up on the grid our final feature of the day. It is our Rotax Light. This field has been busy all weekend. A lot of battles, a few drivers looking to make the most of some hard racing, and we'll see what they can do. We'll throw back to our commentator now, Brownie. He's been doing a great job all weekend. We look forward to his final call of the weekend.
Final, the Rotax Max Light. Kindly brought to us by First Lane Insurance. Front rows, Cross and Workman. Second rows, Tucker and McMillan. Phillips and Van de Boek is in row 3. 4, we've got Alvey and Benton. Row 5, Sexton and Nicholson. Row 6, you've got Early and Steele. And 7's Jeffries and Coleman. Backhouse and Weir in 8. In 9, you've got Scourge and Bell. And at the back, you've got Maxwell. That's the field here for the final race of the day. And that's the final of Rotax Max Light 125cc. These guys will be under the pump a wee bit here. Your front four be very interesting with Cross on pole and Workman beside him. And behind Cross you've got Tucker, and behind Workman you've got McMillan, all from Canterbury. All club mates there. It will be interesting who's got the grunt from the start between Cross and Workman. Cross is in the 66, Workman in 9. There they are, they're paired up together. Right, lining up here, looking good. Starters having a good look at them. This is the final, the Rotax Max light. Kind of sponsored by... There away, here we go, round the sweep up. Now this is where they close up all pretty tight here. All round together, 2 by 2 in the arc we go. It looks like Cross got the jump there. Round they come out of the connection corner for the first time. It's Cross leading the way now. He'll take them down to the far end. Round in that hairpin, they come up the straight. He has a look. So it's changed already. We've got Cross in 1, Tucker in 2, Phillips in 3. Workman's gone back to 4. He got caught, held up there. Then we go back to Alvey. Early's further back with McMillan. Exton's going back into the middle of the field as we head down further to Vandy Burke. Jefferson's further back with young Benton. And behind Benton going through is Scorrens, Nicholson, Wheel and Steele. Backhouse, Bell, Coleman. And at the back of the field is young Maxwell. Right, they're all starting to settle themselves down now. The young Cross is travelling nicely out there, but young Tucker sitting right in behind him with Phillips from Manitou. Workman's back and forth, and behind Workman is McMillan, Early, Benton. Your top 10 so far is Vandy Burke, Jeffries and Scorrens. The rest of the field are working pretty hard there, trying to improve. Now that could... Just trying to see who's that down there. Looks like he could be limping home. .42's moved, pulling in. Just working there as they're coming around now. Cross has still got that lead coming in there. 0.31 last time round. 0.56 opening it up a wee bit now. Yeah, so we've got Cross, Tucker, Phillips, Workman. Nothing much changing in the top 4 or 5 here. Cross, Tucker, Phillips, Workman, McMillan, Early, Benton. Exton's pulled the pin, he's out. Then we go back to Benton. Vandy Burke's in behind Benton. He's holding 8. Jeffries and Scorrens, your top 10. $17 to go. So the weather's holding off nicely as these guys will come in doing this last final. They'll work their way around. But young Young Cross travelling nicely out there in front. Just have a quick look there how far he is in the lead. 0.60 on the last lap. Let's see what it is this lap. 6.34. 0.63 there for young Cross. Tucker Phillips has got herself into 3. Workman's in behind her. Working their way out of the liquid action corner now. They're pumping the pedal as they come round past the stands there. Young Cross has got everything under control. He's coming round. I just think he's starting to pull away a wee bit here. 0.63. 0.79 pulling away. Between 1 and 3 is 0.92, so they're starting to move. That was the 24 there of Young early by the look of it. Yep, early, he's out with Exton. Starting to take its toll a wee bit out there with the pressure coming on. Next time round will be lap 13. McMillan's got the best time, 40.697 at the moment. So they're really punching the pedal now out there. But it's all Cross. You can see he's just starting to open it up now. He's starting to put the pressure on the rest of the field. Tucker Phillips and Workman. Got to be careful. Just trying to pick up who's in behind Workman there. It looks like it's McMillan and Benton. Nothing changing at the moment, those first 5. Desperately trying to get onto the back. There's the 25 of Benton. He's just back off it a wee bit. So the gap between 1 and 2 is a little bit considerate now. Same with 1 and 3. They were right there, but now they're drifting back. Remember, this is the final of the Rotax Max night. 125cc. Kindly sponsored by First Lane Insurance. Cross had a look back as he's heading down. He sees there's 12 to go. Still a long way to go yet. Nothing Tucker can do. He's really trying to get on the back there of Cross, but young Caleb Cross, been around for a long time, knows the rules here now. Well, he should do. Round he comes past the stands he goes. Slows up now, he brings it in through, puts the pedal down. McMillan's still got the best time, 40.697. We're on lap 11. Workman's trying to make a move there, couldn't quite complete it. He's in 4. He was looking to get past Phillips, but couldn't quite do it. Oh, he goes cross country and loses placings again. So he's drifted back on there. So it's Cross, Tucker, Phillips, McMillan, then Workman and Benton there in the back of the field at 6. He's just getting on the back of them now. Oh, there's... Out comes Cross out of the corner he goes. Working it around. These guys are really pumping the pedal. Cross, Tucker, Phillips, McMillan, Workman, back 1. Then we go back to Benton, Vanderberg, Jeffrey still in 9. And in the top 10 here as we're running down, we've got Weir. That's the best he's done all weekend too, so it's good to see him getting into it. We're in single digits. Because this is your last final here today. Oh, there's... Just couldn't quite pick that cart up there as they got round the corner. But 22's got a black and white. Could be for infringement there. Thinking back at the when Workman went cross country, they would have had looked at the computer. As your leader's coming out of the good action corner again. She'll be getting pretty warm in those suits now. Quite warm as they're coming around and towards that sweeper coming out of there. Man out in front, he's led from the start. Led for 15 laps now. Heading down the far end, round they go. Coming across the back straight now, running out of time here for everybody. They'll come round the rock, got 6 to go. McMillan's still got that best time of 40.697. But it's still the 66 there of Cardiff Cross from Canterbury. I tell you what, who's got into 2 now is young Phillips from the Manawatu 2. She's climbed into 2, working nicely. Oh, goes in the inside there. Is the 22 there of McMillan. Workman tried to get through, couldn't make it. So it's still Cross, Phillips, Tucker, McMillan and Benton. Workman outside of that. Vandy Bergson behind Workman. As they're travelling past the tower, they go. Benton's just done a best time there, 40.680. Cross is on 17. We've got 5 to go. So the 66 of Cross is in 1. 44 of Phillips is in 2. 22 McMillan's in 3. 11 of Tucker's in 4. And your top 5 goes to young Benton. Workman's just on the outside of that. There's 25, got a black and white there as well. And they're all in that middle bunch there. Talender's coming through now. Now the pressure's coming on with 4 to go. Been a couple of black and whites out there in the last few laps. Round they come now, but just having a look. Cross it going through now with Phillips. McMillan's got himself into 3. Pending. Then in behind McMillan, number 22, we've got the 25 there of Benton. Well, there goes Workman's moved up one on Tucker there. So Snero into the fat lady sings as they come across the back straight there. Out comes young Cross again. He'll work his way around down the far end now, bring it around. Come round, he'll have a look, he's got 3 to go. He'll be listening again to all the noises in the motor. As he's going around with 2 to go, he faces here, he swings away into the inner field, through he goes. But it's still Cross, Phillips, McMillan, Benton. Then we go back to top 5 is Workman. Tucker's just on the outside. 2 to go. Leader coming out of liquid action. Round they come now, working his way down the far end again. Sorry, can Cross hang on to this now for the next lap. Round he goes, he's on his way home. You're saying thank God for that. Round the sweeper he goes for the last time today. He'll work his way, he swings away from commentary and towards the inner field he goes. Work his way down the far end. Down he goes now, round that tight hairpin. He works his way up and towards the back straight on his Pat Malone. Down he goes. He's got a half a back straight, 3/4 of back straight, clear of the field. Brings it out of the corner there. Round past the stand he goes on his Pat Malone. Working it down to the far end. Looks for that tight hairpin, comes round the hairpin. Number 66, Caleb Cross from Canterbury. He'll come home and won the best time of 40.714. Second home from the Manawatu is your 44, Amelia Phillips, 40.850 from Manawatu. And third home is 22, Levi McMillan, 40.6. Just a change coming there for third. 22 was McMillan for 26.81. 26.812 for the third cart there. Just waiting for this computer to see what it's going to do. And then 4 and 5 guys, we had Benton and Workman. Workman had to work very hard to get up into that top 5. Good tussle between him and young Tucker. Now, kindly sponsored by First Lane Insurance for all your insurance needs. Righto, that's it for the day, guys. We ended up on a good, fine note for the day, so that was great to see you, considering what happened at the start of the weekend. But just on behalf of the KartSport Marlborough Club, I'd like to thank everybody from out of town, from North Cape to the Bluff. Thanks very much, guys. Absolutely brilliant. We appreciated your company, appreciated the effort to bring the KartStars here and participate in it. We thank you so much. All the helpers, as Terry's just said, all the stewards, the girls in the tower here, marvellous job, great job, well done, thanks girls. Plus the girls over in the shop, big thank you to them. Ambos, thank you too guys, absolutely brilliant. And everybody helped in any shape and form. Danny, well done over there, mate, well done. And it's great to see you being involved in it as well, mate. So thank you. So thanks very much, everybody. Just like to thank the sponsors here, guys. First of all, Harvest Marlborough, big thank you to you guys. Absolutely appreciated for your support. And also to Deluxe RV Group, Live Life Your Way, Marlborough Motorcycles, First Lane Insurances, High Rev, Agravit and Martella, and also along with our support
race winner for the Rotax lights, Caleb Cross, starting off pole. How was that one, mate?
It's a bit hot out there, certainly hotter than the race this morning, but yeah, just tried to make no mistakes once I got that gap. And thankfully, Logan, my mechanic this weekend, my dad, everyone that supports me, Matt Hamilton's been fantastic this weekend. We're able to, supply me with parts, advice, knowledge, etc. to help me be at the front this weekend. Yeah, and I just want to say a big thanks to the Holmes family. There's so many people to thank. But yeah, it's very hot out there, very hard out there, and once I had the gap, I just tried to maintain it and not hit curbs or chuck a chain, which can happen in those sorts of situations.
So you'll be looking forward to the rest of the series now, plans to go up north and compete and in the rest of the rounds?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal, is to do the whole KartStars, and the last few years my form hasn't been too good. I lost the New Zealand Championships, after I held the title, and lost the KartStars all in the same year. So it's been a pretty rough couple of years, and I'm hoping that this is just the start of another comeback. So really want the one back, and really want the black plate back as well, which you get for winning KartStars.
Excellent, mate. Sounds like some big goals for young Caleb here. Congratulations on the win, bro. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We'll grab our second place getter now, young Amelia Phillips. She had a great drive, coming from 5th on the grid. Amelia, I know you'll be exhausted after the race there. I'll just grab a quick word from you. How was that coming through from 5th place? Was it a busy race for you?
Yeah, it was hard work.
Did the boys give you a bit of racing room? Was it elbows out there?
Yeah, it was elbows out, but they were good.
Some good, clean, hard racing in the Rotax series. Is it a goal of yours to compete in the whole series this season? See every meeting through?
I think so.
Think so. And is there anyone you'd like to shout out to? I see that you're racing with a very quick crew here this weekend. Could you give us a little quick rundown on who you're racing with, what your team name is, etc.?
Josh Hart Racing.
Josh Hart Racing, and he produces his own karts now, I believe?
I think so.
Excellent, mate. Our second place winner and getter here, Amelia Phillips. We'll grab our third place getter, young Levi McMillan, driving from 4th place. Levi, congratulations, mate. That was excellent. How did that feel starting on the outside? You've always got that fear of that turn 1 push.
Yeah, and outside's pretty tricky, especially 2 and 4. And the start wasn't the greatest. Got pushed a bit wide and then lost a few spots, but made my way back up, and I'm pretty happy with the pace in the kart and me. So yeah.
The kart definitely looked like it came on in the second half of the race. Was that a goal for yourself and your crew? You'd sort of decided that you'd let the pack settle ahead of you and then make the most of the opportunities?
Yeah, of course. We just set the kart up for a late race, and it came on, and it was quick at the end, and yeah, it was good.
We could see on the stream you were catching up to Amelia, pulling kart links at the end there. Did you think you had a chance to maybe sneak into that second place?
Yeah, but I didn't want to go for too much of a dive bomb. It's just too risky at the end of the race, but I was happy with that, and if one more lap I might have had it, but yeah, it was fun anyway.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to our third place getter there, young Levi McMillan. It's been a great day here at KartSport Marlborough. I'll bring you over to our crew chief, Regan. He's going to give us a bit of a rundown and a bit of a close-up on our weekend.
Yeah, well, thanks to Danny Friends for doing some pit lane reporting and a bit of commentary down here. Move over this way so we can get our sponsor flags in the shot. Yeah. On that note, I'd like to thank our major sponsor, Hampton Down New Zealand Racing Academy, and which is part of the Tony Quinn Foundation. They have supported our series since its inception a few years ago. Fantastic supporter of our series. Racer Products are now on board as a sponsor. Excellent company for all your apparel, race suits, helmets, gloves, boots, all the rest of it. Sixth are our new top qualifier sponsor. You would have seen them in our qualifying commentary coverage. SP Tools, as always, they've been with us for a few years and continue on. And of course the Gill Track Group, they sponsor, they're a massive supporter of karting in New Zealand, so big thanks to them. And that's about it from us from round 1 of the Hampton Down New Zealand Racing Academy KartStars series here in Marlborough. We'll be back with round 2. When is that? That's the beginning of March, first weekend of March at Palmerston North, which is the New Zealand Karting Grand Prix. So we'll have more live stream coverage then, so make sure you tune in or get there in person to watch it.
It's always a bit better trackside, isn't it, Regan?
Sure is, yeah. All right, thanks Danny for all your efforts. This is Danny, I'm Regan Hall, and we'll catch you next time.
Our go-kart was really good. Dove up the inside of Max. He tried tried to make a move, and I never even saw him.
In karting, nothing is ever certain. In 2023, Daniel Gray, he's a man on a mission. He has just secured pole position. Really genuinely challenged the legends of the sport. Daniel Gray, cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Next time you get away, rent bold, rent fun, rent premium, rent the car. Sixth, don't just rent a car, rent the car.